So it is Saturday of, I believe, is week 33. I can't believe how many weeks I actually still need to catch up with. I only released week 6 the other day. I am so far behind. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. I've not been able to do any videos this week or any vlogging this week. So like I said, I'm trying to keep my vlogs to exercise only. And this week I've had my friends Green Cheek Conyers over and they have taken up all my spare time, and then any spare time I have left over, I've been running around like a headless chicken. They spent most of the evening here on Monday night, so I couldn't get any exercise done Monday night and I didn't wake up in time to actually do any in the morning. Tuesday night I had to actually go to their house because they were on holiday and they've got gardeners in at the moment and the electric's tripped. Their fridge and freezer was down, their fish tank was not getting any oxygen to it, so I had to run down to theirs and sort all that out, but they do actually live quite a long distance away from me. It took me about 45 minutes to drive down there, sort everything out. It took me about an hour or two to sort everything out, and then I didn't get home till about 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that on Tuesday. On Wednesday I was just knackered. I was absolutely exhausted. I don't know why. In fact, no, tell a lie. On Wednesday I was ill. We went for an Indian at the weekend on Sunday with Jason's family. I got the korma believing that it was used with coconut milk, or that like coconut milk had been used to actually make this korma. And unfortunately, it looks like this particular Indian decided to use yogurt or cream to make their korma instead of coconut milk. And it resulted in me having a flare-up with my inflammatory bowel disease. And so Wednesday I was in agony, sheer agony. Jason, bless his soul, went and got me some ibuprofen so that I could try and calm down the pain and ease the pain off, and it did work. God, I was in pain that day. And I still have lingering pain from it even now. It's more like an ache or just every now and again, just like a mild stab randomly. And my stomach hasn't been very well these last few days because of that. Wednesday was a no-go. I couldn't do any exercise on Wednesday. I was far too ill. Thursday, I think I was just tired. And still recovering. Because I was inflamed, my anemia was through the floor, so I had no energy whatsoever. My joints were all flared up, so they were sore and they were aching and they were swollen and they just hurt. It just hurt to move. So Thursday was, again, a no-go. And then I thought to myself, we're going to get all our runs done Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Even if we don't get any exercise, like calisthenics training done, we're gonna go running Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I get home from work on Friday. My friends turn up to collect their parrots, spend a few hours here before they then head out. And I was just getting ready to settle down and just have a night in and have something to eat, go on my run, get home, just splodge. And then I got a message from one of my oldest friends saying that she was actually going out that night and wanted to know if I wanted to go along. Now, this particular friend has 3 children, and her husband only really get to go out once a year on their anniversary. And it is literally the only time that they both get to go out. And it's the only time that either of them ever get actually any time to leave the house. Naturally, I said yes, because I only get to see this friend maybe once a year out and about. And it was a really lovely night. We had a lot of fun. They drank a lot. I did not, because I'm not a big drinker. I don't really drink alcohol. They're all smokers, so well, a lot of them are now on vapes, so we spent a lot of time surrounded by smoke. Regardless of that, I had a lovely time. It was really nice seeing them. It was really nice having a catch up with them, and it was really, really great fun getting to see them again. But it also took away from my running training. And then today, the original plan was to go to a Japanese Matsuri hosted by Japan Society Northwest, which I love their events, and the Japanese Matsuri is always such good fun. I love the performances. I adore the Tengu Taiko drummers that put on a performance. I love the lady who plays the koto. Koto. It's always a really, really lovely event. So I already had plans to go to there anyway. And then my friends who picked up their birds also invited me out to go to the circus on Saturday night. And I have not been to the circus for more years than I can count. I think the last time I went to a circus, I was 13. Maybe. So I really wanted to go. Jason couldn't make it because he was in work, but I ended up agreeing to go with my friend. So this morning I literally woke up, sorted my parents out, went straight to the Japanese Matsuri, practiced some Japanese, watched all the performances, did a little vlog, which is either already out on this channel, or I may have started a second channel specifically for Japanese, third channel even specifically for Japanese stuff. Hopefully I've not been that stupid, but you never know with me. I never know where my brain is at. Hopefully I've already put it out as a vlog on this channel. But that was a really, really fun time. It was great to see my friends. It was great to practice some Japanese, and then literally left there, came home, trained my birds, gave them the dinner, and then went straight back out to go to the circus with my friends. And you know what? I am so freaking glad I did. I was exhausted. I was tired. I was knackered. It's been a very busy week, very full on, very little sleep, or what feels like very little sleep. But that circus was freaking amazing. It was Zippo's circus, I believe. They're actually going to be, I don't know why I'm actually saying anything. It's Zippo's circus. Zippos. And it was wonderful. The main two clowns characters were freaking amazing. Main female clown, she was hilarious, and I loved her so much. Mainly because she was a bigger girl like me. She was actually nearly double my size. Not quite double. A lot bigger than me, put it this way. She was a very, very bonny girl. Very, very curvy girl. And she was phenomenal. She was so good. She was handstanding like it was nothing. She was tap dancing with her hands while in a handstand. I was shocked. Like, I was genuinely flabbergasted at the sight of this. This was one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen. A woman who is not visibly fit, was not visibly sexy or attractive. She intentionally looked like ugly. She intentionally looked like a clown to an extent. She still looked good, don't get me wrong. But she still looked like she dressed in a comedic way. Produced herself in a comedic way. She was so characterful in the face. She was so hilarious throughout the entire thing. And yet she was so strong. She was so fit. She was so flexible. She ended up doing the hula hoops, and she was doing handstands, and she was doing cartwheels. And I was just in awe. I was looking at her going, this is what I want. Stuff the aesthetics, stuff the fit body, stuff the looking good to appease the masses. This is what I want. I just want to be me and be able to do cool stuff like that. I want to just be able to be fit as I am, because I am naturally a bigger person. I can't help it. I have tried all the diets. I've tried all the weight loss. I've tried everything. Unless I literally starve myself and just eat chicken and rice, I cannot lose weight. I have tried 1,000 times in thousands of different ways. It is nearly impossible. But if I can just be fit in the body size that I am, if I can just do handstands, if I can just do L-sits, if I can do all of that in the body that I already have, like she did, that will make me happy. Like, I'm already happy most of the time, but that is the goal. That is the goal. That is the dream. She was amazing to watch. And the ringmaster as well. The ringmaster was a smaller person. I don't know how else to say it without sounding insulting, because I don't know what is allowed to be said and what's not allowed to be said these days. But he was half the size of all the other people, let's put it that way. And he was the strongest person there. My God, at one point, this amazing woman that inspired the life out of me practically jumped on him, and he was literally carrying this woman around practically on his shoulders. This guy was 4 foot something, if not less, and he was carrying around a woman very visibly heavier than me, and I'm nearly 16 stone. This guy was carrying around like she was nothing. I was amazed. He was so freaking strong. He was so incredibly strong. He was just dense muscle. And he was hilarious. He was hyping up the crowd constantly. He was one of the clowns. He was one of the comedians. He was also one of the best performers there. He got involved in every single stunt. He was on the straps. He was on the freaking ropes. He was on one of the motorbikes in the death ball. He was doing everything. He was doing flips. He was doing cartwheels. He was doing everything. I was just, these people were amazing. I can see why it's been voted UK's best circus, because to watch these people was just amazing. It really was just amazing. But that woman especially, she gave me a dose of motivation that I did not know existed. And it was just so wonderful to watch. Oh, and it's given me the motivation to really start trying with my calisthenics training again, and just to physically make time for it, because if I can do stuff like that, oh, I really badly want to. Anyway, we are going to get some exercise done this week. Tomorrow is my second 10k race of the year in my new shoes, in my new running shoes. I would like to beat my time of my previous 10k, which is 1 hour 40. Doubt that's going to happen because I've not been able to do any running training this week. I've also not been able to carb load today in order to get the energy needed for tomorrow. And I'm also a little bit dehydrated, so it's not looking positive for a good time. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna run this 10k tomorrow. And then in just over 4 weeks time, I need to run a half marathon. 10k first. let's get the 10K out the way first.